Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I am Tom. Today I'm going to show you what a typical day looks like for a regular guy in China. So I got up this morning and noticed my range hood just wasn't pulling like it used to. It cooking, and the smoke was just sitting there, not venting at all. I definitely need to figure out what's going on. I thought about calling a repair guy, but they wanted a couple $100 just to come out, which feels a little steep. Figured I'd try to tackle it myself first. I checked out some DIY repair videos on my phone, picked up a few tricks, and I'm gonna tear it apart and see if I can fix it. If I can teach it working, I guess I'll just have to buy a new one, but I might as well give it a shot first. Let's see it to work. So question for you guys watching. When an appliance breaks at home, do you call a pro or try to DIY it? I'm almost 32 now, and seeing my parents getting older really makes me realize I need to step up and handle more things myself. You remember when I was a kid, my dad used to do everything, installing new lights, rewiring stuff, but now it's getting harder for him. Time really flies, doesn't it? I've honestly never fixed an appliance before, but I figured I'd just take it one step at a time. Worst case scenario, I just buy a new one. Like they say, there are no roads at first, but when people start walking, a path appears. I'll figure it out as we go. I opened it up and, while it was absolutely packed with grease, this definitely didn't happen overnight. Looking closer, I realized the duct inside was completely busted, so there was no way the smoke was venting properly. We cook with a lot of oil here in Sichuan, and the grease built up on the walls of the duct was so thick it was almost solid. But the good news is I found the problem, so the rest is easy. I just need to swap in a new duct. Probably only cost me a few bucks. See, there's really no need to panic when things break. Nobody's born knowing how to do everything, right? You just learn as you go, and you get the hang of it eventually. Anyway, once you know the root of the problem, the rest is a breeze. First, I'm going to clean up the grease around the range hood. It's getting pretty late today and the hardware store is already closed. Igavi Damakoto. So I'll just head over tomorrow morning, grab the parts I need, and get to work finishing the job. Tomorrow you also need to go visit my grandma. It has been a minute since I've seen her. She lives in Luomu Ancient Town, which is this really cool old town with a lot of history. It's about a 30-minute ride, so it's not too far. VLL Pass, right by Mount Mi on the way, which is actually one of the 4 sacred Buddhist mountains. The bus to Luomu Ancient Town finally pulled up. This is actually where I was born. It's crazy how time works. The bus looks exactly the same as you remember it, but in the blink of an eye, over 30 years have gone by to Luomu Ancient Town. I'm finally back. The fare is still just renminbi, which is like 30 cents in US dollars. How much does public transit cost where you live? As soon as I got on, I was hit with all these familiar sounds. Just neighbors warm like greeting each other left and right, since most people on here are heading to Luomu. It's most like old neighbors who all know each other. There's something really comforting about this kind of tight-knit community, even if it does get a little loud sometimes. It's so different from the big city, where everyone is on their own schedule, commuting, working, going on dates, just always rushing around. You lose that small town chit-chat, but you gain a different kind of peace. No one is randomly talking to you, and everyone's boundaries are really clear. So let me ask you guys watching, does your city feel more fast-paced and rushed? Or is it more of a close community? Drop a comment below and let's chat. Which do you prefer, the comforting familiarity of a small town, or the personal space and freedom of a big city? Coming back to Luomu, the pace of life just instantly slows down. The dumplings at this old street stall taste exactly like they did when I was a kid, and the local specialty zuwan, or blood tofu, is just as soft and fresh as I remember. It's a super common delicacy here in Sichuan. If you guys ever get the chance, you have to try it. It didn't take long to find my grandma, and we ended up catching up for a good while. He asked her how she's been feeling, and we just started reminiscing about my childhood. It's crazy. Those memories feel like they literally happened yesterday. The grandma who lives next door wandered over to both of them, basically watched me grow up. The neighbor is 78 years old, but she's still so sharp and moves around so well. It really proves the saying that keeping active keeps you young. Speaking of which, it actually got me thinking, when do you guys watching plan to retire? Right now in China, the retirement age is 65 for men and 55 for women. With the economy slowing down a bit lately, some underlying issues are starting to surface. For example, rolling out the pension system has met a fair amount of resistance. A lot of older folks didn't really understand the importance of paying into a pension back in the day, so they don't save much of a financial safety net. Now, you'll still see people in their 70s out doing heavy manual labor, and then there are the seniors who do have a pension, but they've been frugal their entire lives. They pinch every single penny, mostly just so they can save it all up for their kids. Are your grandparents like that too?
那天咱们在这份，回去我现在份还是刚一年，我家了，那就。
要不就上哪一回，就把上一个人。啊，也行 ，OK。走了，过来。好来。
Check out these little wild berries growing by the side of the road. They picked a few for my wife to try, and she actually really liked them. They are surprisingly sweet. You see these growing all over the place here in Sichuan. Even the birds go crazy for them. We're walking down this quiet little path away from the main roads and all the traffic, so it's pretty clean. You don't have to worry about exhaust or anything, so it's totally safe to just eat them right off the bush. Anyway, the parts I bought to fix the range hood duct just arrived, so you need to get cracking on that, otherwise, we aren't cooking dinner tonight. Life is just always throwing random problems at your doorstep, right? But you can't let it stress you out. If you just face things head on, you'll always find a way to fix them. Sometimes you just have to take it one small step at a time. It kind of makes you realize the whole world is basically just one giant makeshift operation where everyone is just winging it. It's actually pretty funny when you think about it.
骑下子是一个钟头后。
一样的那个。
嗯，接下来等我。
Hey everyone, so I wanted to show you the final results of my little project. Between the pipes, tape, silicone sealant, and all the random bits and pieces, the whole thing only cost me about 80 renminbi, which is roughly 12 US dollars. It took a bit of time to put together, but honestly, it was a good excuse to get moving and be active. It actually felt pretty great, and seeing it finished is super rewarding. I feel like I just unlocked a new life skill. Who knows? Maybe I'll start picking up some side gigs online doing handyman work. Just a quick reminder, this channel is all about documenting the everyday life of a regular family here in China, and I really hope you guys are enjoying it. If you have any fun stories or just thoughts on life, I'd love to hear them down in the comments. And if you see things differently or have your own take on the stuff I talk about, definitely leave a comment so we can chat about it. Alright, thanks so much for watching guys. I'm Tom from China, currently living in Chengdu. Catch you in the next one.